I will start you in the Big Ten, though. And I will start you with the theme of the week. And the theme of the week is home underdogs. Now, this is a big home underdog. The Wisconsin Badgers plus 14 against Ohio State, coming off the Penn State game. Now, do you get a sleepy Ohio State after all the buildup and they beat Penn State? Or do you get an Ohio State saying, we found some things we needed to work on against Penn State, let's just take it all out on the Badgers and poor Braden Locke?
I think it's a little bit more of the latter because of the ability of how Ohio State's front has been able to play as of late. So we've heard the Dairy Raid. That was one of the big emphasis this offseason. Unfortunately, they've been rather grounded, and they're going to have to lean through Braelon Allen. But with Michael Hall, JTT, Tyleik Williams, and of course Tommy Eichenberg, who's kind of had a quiet season, but he's still a ferocious old school middle linebacker in the middle of that defense. I just don't see how Wisconsin can be able to move the ball consistently against this defense. And of course, when they do have to drop back and pass, they have to attack Denzel Burke and Igbenson, who's been a fantastic transfer from Ole Miss. So Jim Knowles, who has been a fantastic hire. He's in year 2 directing that defense. He is not getting enough acclaim, in my opinion, so far this season. When having that Penn State on in the background, I had the volume low. I'm not sure how much his name was dropped throughout the broadcast, but in my opinion, he's been a godsend for that program to get them on the right track and potentially get them over the recent hump that the Michigan Wolverines have been providing them.
It's what they needed, because their biggest problem prior to Jim Knowles and in Jim Knowles' first season was giving up these massive explosive plays, 40-plus yards. They were in the hundreds, I believe, in terms of plays allowed of 40 yards or more last year. This year, they're tied for first because it's 0. None. They've not given one up yet. Penn State obviously was not going to help on that front.
No, not the style of play. No.
Wisconsin's not either. This is, once Tanner Mordecai went down against Iowa, that was kind of it for the Badgers offense. And really, when Ches Malusi went down and you couldn't kind of platoon the backs, and Braelon Allen suddenly had to carry all of the load, and now he's banged up, and it's just, this is not the season that Wisconsin wanted to have. I thought they did a good job coming back against Illinois. I thought, after what happened against Iowa, Illinois takes that big lead. It's like, you're probably going to pack it in, but they didn't. So,
and what a game winner, Andy.
Yeah.
The thick six, or not really a thick six, but we have a big guy touchdown. Oh, I love that. Absolutely love that.
It's the Big Ten West is going to be such an adventure for the rest of the year.
Every year, there's we almost thought, we mentioned earlier with that punt return with Cooper, that almost put them in the driver's seat to represent the West there. But now, you could even say Nebraska has a low-key shot with a 93. Who would have thought that last month?
There is a chance. No, Sean Callahan from Husker Online and I went over that on the show yesterday. We went through some of what has to happen. It's hard because you don't want to get the Nebraska fans too excited. Look, bowl eligibility is all they really need. So,
and that's a great stepping stone for Matt Rule, especially after how the first couple of games went. If you had told them you're still going to get bowl game, you said I'd take that 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, but it is possible. And remember, I'd say the Iowa team last year was better than this Iowa team. And Nebraska with an interim staff beat them at the end of the season. So it is not outside the realm of possibility that Nebraska can do this. They will have to beat Wisconsin first. But yeah, I just don't like this matchup. Even if Ohio State comes out sleepy, I don't like this matchup. They cover even if they're sleepy, because I just do not see how Wisconsin scores. And I just hate that I keep saying that for every game in the Big Ten West. Now, usually when it's a Big Ten West versus Big Ten West team, I'm saying I don't see how either team scores. So at least I know how one of these teams is going to score. But they can probably let the Maserati idle in the driveway a little bit. Marvin Harrison Jr. did what he needed to do. I'll ask you, because as you put together the most impactful list, which will be out this week, Marvin Harrison Jr. made a very good case for number one with the way he played against Penn State.
That and the fact that the top three quarterbacks didn't necessarily have home run weeks either. So
Mhm.
we'd love to have the Heisman, who entered as the Heisman front runner and had three first half turnovers himself, and Michael Penix Jr. Then you have someone like Caleb Williams, who has back-to-back losses. Then you have Drake May, who had a fairly solid game, but he had two opportunities to win the game at the end and did not get the job done. So Michael Harrison, or Marvin Harrison Jr., excuse me, has been, either him or Brock Bowers, depending on your preference, week to week, the best non-quarterback. So yes, I absolutely think he has a fantastic case. It's just a matter of if our bosses give me the okay, if we can do so, because we do like those. We do like Caleb Williams, and we do like
I think Marvin will pop on that graphic. Marvin will pop on that graphic. It'll get shared on social.
That 6'4" lean frame, it's just gorgeous. Even if he's just static there, like in picture frame, or if it is like highlight form, like we've been seeing all over this season. So yeah, he's absolutely a wonder to watch. And it takes a special player like that to knock a quarterback off from the top spot. He's absolutely deserving.
Absolutely, though. I do think this will be more of a Chip Trayanum, Mayan Williams running the ball, get out of there without getting anybody hurt, win this game by 17, 18, 21, who knows. But I will take Ohio State to cover. I usually, 2-touchdown home dog. I'm usually taking the home team. I can't do it here. I just can't.
Just not enough offense there. And yeah, I just don't know how they can cap either the physical running backs or the downfield passing game, because that is something that we've seen a little bit more over the last month from Ohio State, is letting Kyle McCord throw downfield more, as opposed to just being a check down Charlie and a facilitator short.
Yeah, and he will have chances to throw down the field quite a bit. Thank you so much for watching. Just a reminder, subscribe to this channel right here so you never miss an episode of Andy Staples on 3. And oh, by the way, watch all the other great videos on the On3 Sports YouTube channel.